Good afternoon, I am Carla from Topsy and today I will show you the asset management in Odoo. So in order to manage asset, let us go to the accounting module in Odoo. The first thing we need to do if you want to automate the creation of asset from a vendor bill is to create an asset model in our database. And to do so, we need to go to the configuration tab, scroll down and look for asset model. Here, as you can see, I have created samples of asset models for this database. So let's take a look at one of the asset models. For example, this asset model is named company car. And here you can see the depreciation method in the left side of the screen, and on the right side of the screen is the accounting method. For the method or depreciation method, we have straight line. You can choose whether straight line, declining, then straight line. But for this, I have chosen straight line. For the duration, we can use years or months. And for the computation, we can choose whether it's no prorata, constant period, or based on days period. For the accounting side, for the fixed asset account, I have chosen these chart of account vehicles. For the depreciation account, the accumulated depreciation vehicle. Expense account would be, of course, depreciation expense, and journal account to complete the setup. So the most important part is the configuration of this fixed asset account so that we can automate the creation of asset from a vendor bill. Let's just click internal link. And here you can see the code for this account and the vehicles. For the accounting, we have fixed asset as the type. And let's go to automation. Here we can choose whether to automate asset. We can choose no, create and draft, create and validate. Since we want to automate the creation of asset from our vendor bill, we should click this create and validate. And the asset model would be company car. So now let's try to create an asset model for example, computer. The method would be straight line. Duration would be 36 months. Constant periods. Fixed asset account would be filters. And we'll just click this save button. After saving, we have to configure the fixed asset account so that we can create an asset from a vendor bill. Let's just click internal link, accounting, fixed asset, and automation would be create and validate. For the asset model, it would be computer. And let's save this asset model. So now let us try to purchase or buy an asset. To buy an item that we will use as an asset, we need to go to the purchase module. And first, let's create a quotation. So click new. We're choosing this vendor and add a product. Say this product. Okay, we'll just confirm this order. So we have already confirmed the order. What's next to do is to validate the receipt. The demand is 1 and the quantity is 1. So validate. After validating, let us go to the purchase order and now we can create bill. Bill date would be the date now. And take a look at this. The account would be the fixed asset account for the Lenovo or the computer. And save. Confirm. As I confirm the vendor bill, you can see here that the asset has been created. Let's go. So here is our asset that was created from our vendor bill. We have the asset tab wherein you can see the asset number, the value of the item, acquisition date, the asset model, the depreciable value, the book value, and the depreciation method here, and the accounting came from the configuration in the asset model. So let's go to the depreciation board. Since we bought this item at the end of the month, you can see the depreciative amount is less than compared to the monthly depreciation amount. These are the future depreciation of the asset up to 36 months. So after 36 months, which is February 28, 2017, we'll have this depreciation value. On the bill side, as you can see, it is connected to the vendor bill we created earlier. Now, say we want to issue this asset to an employee to be used at the hotel. So let us go to the accountability. From the warehouse, it will be issued to, says for example, meeting room. By whom? Let's say Rika. To be issued to Carla. This will be inventory department and office department. Let's say office department. So as we take a look at this asset, we can see who is the current user of this asset or who issued this asset to whom. Okay, we can see it here in accountability. Says for example, we want to transfer this asset from Carla to another user because Carla is upgrading her laptop. We can put here Carla meeting room to meeting room, but now the receiver is Anabi. Okay, and just click save. You can see that this asset was transferred from Carla to Anabi. Okay, so that's how you issued and transferred a asset. Overall, that's how you create an asset from a vendor bill. Now let's try to add an existing asset. Let's go to the accounting. Under the accounting tab, you can see the asset. As you can see, here is the asset of the company. We have the status closed, meaning to say we're no longer using this asset. Running, it is still depreciating. Draft, it is not depreciating at all. So let's try to create a new asset. Example, desktop. Original value would be 6,000, and this asset was bought last year. The asset model would be computer. Depreciation method would be straight line, duration. Yeah, all this data came from the asset model computer. So let's try to confirm this asset. As I confirm this asset, as you can see, an asset number was generated. We can print this asset number and says, for example, print it as sticker and stick it to the asset, the desktop. By clicking actions, we have the print asset number here and just click that and we'll have the printed asset number. Let's take a look at the depreciation board. And as you notice, we have 24 posted entries here. That is because this laptop was brought last February 28, 2022 and it started depreciating on that date, and since that date all the depreciation was posted as a journal entry. Here you can see that. Currently we are here in this depreciative amount, and the blue one are the future depreciation. It has no bills since this was not created from a vendor bill. And accountability, of course, we can issue it to an employee uh, from the warehouse. Inventory. To Carla. Location, meeting room, and the office department. So that's how we load a existing, an old or existing asset. Let us click Save. What's also important in managing our asset here in Odoo is that we can access the depreciation reporting. We can do that by going to the reporting tab. Let's just scroll down and we can see here the depreciation schedule. Upon clicking the depreciation schedule, we will be presented with our assets here, together with the characteristics, the acquisition date, first depreciation, method, duration or rate, and the asset and depreciation value. So these are the asset of the companies. And take note, we can play with these filters here. It says we only want to see the assets starting from um, say June 23, 2023 up to now. We can apply that, and they will show the assets during that period of time. We can either include draft entries or only the posted ones. Here, the posted ones are this asset. So it's easy. Also, we can extract this data by clicking here. We can extract the Excel file of this data. So let's take a look at the Excel file of this report. Here is our Excel file of our depreciation report. So that's how you can see the depreciation schedule of your assets. Here in Odoo, we can also dispose the asset. Let's go to the assets. Let's select the asset that we want to dispose. As for example, this laptop. I want to dispose this laptop. We can dispose this laptop by clicking Modify Depreciation, and we will be presented with the action Dispose if we want to dispose this asset, Sell if we want to sell this asset, Reevaluate if the value of this asset have changed, we can change that here. And pause if we want to pause the depreciation of this asset. So let us try to dispose this asset. The date would be today. The account would be loss on fixed asset disposal, of course, and we can also add notes here. So for example, what is the reason why you want to dispose this asset? Um, say it's not working anymore. And let's see what will happen. We'll dispose this asset. So, a journal entry was created for the laptop disposal. As you can see here, we have the accounts and the loss on fixed asset disposal. So just post this and let's go back to our asset, what it will look like. You can notice that from draft to running, the status of this asset is closed. And when we look at the depreciation board, we only have 7 posted entries here, starting from the day that we bought this laptop up to the day that it was disposed. On the right side of the screen, we have this log notes wherein you can see um, all the transactions that occurred in this asset, starting from the first depreciation entry up to the disposal of this asset. And as we go back to our asset summary board, we can see here that the status of this laptop is now closed. So that's how you dispose an asset. Now let us check the asset of the company that is no longer depreciating but is still useful, or we're still using that asset in the company. So let's take a look at this channel here. As you can see, the original value of this asset is 5,000 and the acquisition date of this asset is August 1, 2019. The depreciation method is straight line and duration is 36 months, so meaning this asset has depreciated. Now let's take a look at the depreciation board. And as you can see, starting from August 31, 2019, the depreciation ended last June 31, 2022, and it has a total of 36 entries. And if we take a look at the asset tab, we can see here that the book value is 0. So that's how we can see the asset of the company that is no longer depreciating, but we're still using in the company, are still useful in the company. So that's how we manage assets in Odoo. Thank you for watching.